What's up? What's up? And y'all know how to get my 2 cents in. Cause Amir Khan, that's my guy. And you know what I mean? Just like Crawford did Gamboa, he did my other boy dirty. You know what I'm saying? He ain't playing. Stop playing. But man, Terence Crawford, he did his thing. Terence Crawford did what Canelo did in 6 rounds. It took him 1 round to do it. You know what I mean? Like that shows you the IQ of Terence Crawford. you know, and that's why he's pound for pound #1. A lot of people, like I tell a lot of people, Canelo got a great resume, but the problem with Canelo, all his big fights are close. When he fought Lara, supposedly a lot of people thought he lost. When he fought, Floyd, he literally lost every round, but that's Floyd. Even when he fought Golovkin, it was close. So every big fight, even if he wins, is very close. But Terence Crawford, on the other hand, like I said, they both were the same size, and it took him, 2 minutes to do what Canelo did in 2 rounds? You know what I mean? So, like, you got to give Terence Crawford his credit. And I know a lot of people say, Amir Khan ain't the guy he used to be. His hand speed ain't the same. But trust me, the same fighter that showed up to fight Canelo Alvarez is the same fighter that showed up to fight Terence Crawford. But Terence Crawford IQ is just on a whole different level. And even if I didn't like outside looking in, as a casual fan, even if you're looking in and you see both of their mindset, you can automatically see who's gonna win, because Terence Crawford, on the one hand, he said he get up for every fight. What's up, Southside? He said he get up for every fight like it's his main fight, like it's Floyd Mayweather versus Pacquiao. He gets up for every fight like it's his biggest fight. On the other hand, Amir Khan talking about, this one motivates me. I'm gonna train hard for this fight. So basically, Amir Khan is not gonna grow as a fighter because his mindset is, I'm not gonna train hard unless I'm fighting somebody known or somebody great. Meanwhile, Terence Crawford keep improving every fight. Every fight you see Terence Crawford in, you could tell, he getting better because he training when he's not fighting and learning why he's not fighting. So he grows, like his skills is all, even though he's pound for pound #1, he's still growing even at 31 years old. You know what I mean? So while Amir Khan ain't improving, Terence Crawford stays improving. So even if the best version of Amir Khan shows up, that version is probably him in 2008. You know what I mean? Like when he first started fighting, because he's not growing as a fighter. Meanwhile, Terence Crawford is growing daily. What's up, Jamil 309? Yeah, for sure. Crawford, the only guy that could beat Errol Spence, to be honest with you, all the way to 160. I mean, there's good fighters at 160, Demetrius Andre and Charlo, but, the only guy that really threats Errol Spence is Terence Crawford. He got the hand speed. Even though Amir Khan is, one of the fastest fighters in the game, you saw the hand speed wasn't that much difference, because Amir Khan, his speed is mainly combinations. He could throw, don't get me wrong, Amir Khan could throw like 10 punches in like 1 or 2 seconds, but Terence Crawford is fast too, especially from getting his punch from point A to point B, and he also quick. His upper body, that's one thing Amir Khan does not have, his upper body movement. When he blocks punches, he depends on parrying punches and, blocking punches. Terence Crawford is all the time, he got so many ways to avoid shots, reflexes, footwork, blocking, parrying, like Terence Crawford is on a whole different level, man. The only guy, like I said, that could beat Errol Spence is Terence Crawford, and that's why he pound for pound in my book. And it's his third weight division, and he looked like he's a welterweight. You know what I mean? He out here beating everybody, and he got power at that weight. What up, Thompson? Salute, fam. Sasa said, yeah, I mean, Crawford, he could stay. If he beat Errol Spence, he could stay at this weight for like 5 years, to be honest with you. I mean, I mean, I can't say he a Floyd Mayweather, but he the closest thing to Floyd at this point, to be honest with you. I mean, especially at welterweight, he's big for a welterweight. Like Floyd, when he was at welterweight, he comes to the fight at 147. He not really gaining weight. But Terence Crawford, I'm pretty sure he be walking around like, especially fight night, he be walking at 160. You know what I mean? He's a solid 147 pounder. So when Teddy Atlas said he light in the ass, yeah, well, good. Get in there with him and find out for yourself, because he is not light in the ass. That dude hit hard as hell. That's why Pacquiao didn't want that smoke. What's up, Dante? That's fam right there. Hey, Dante, my exams after 2 weeks. You know what I mean? After that, I'm free. Look, I'm out here at work. That's the only time I could go live. But shout out to Dante. That's the GOAT right there. You know what I mean? But Terence Crawford proved that he #1 pound for pound. Forget all that. What's his name? Lomachenko, he fought a tomato can. I mean, he did what he's supposed to do versus a tomato can, but nobody ever outboxed Amir Khan like that. Nobody. And y'all saw what Terence Crawford did to him. He did what, like I said, Canelo took him 6 rounds to do. He did it in 1 round. Like, that's impressive, man. Amir Khan never been timed like that early, but it's, Terence Crawford IQ level is on a whole different level. Amir Khan stepped in too much, and Terence Crawford took advantage of that. You know what I mean? He just countered him, stayed in the pocket, and did that Floyd Mayweather pull counter or the Muhammad Ali pull counter quick. What's up, fam? How you doing?
What's up, man?
I got you. Yeah, size. Dante, that's the GOAT. What happened? Who rejected Dante? Doing all right, fam? Chilling. You watched the fights last night? Yeah, I feel you. Thank you. Oh yeah, man, definitely, man. Amir Khan, he was trying to find a way out because he was about to get stopped. All them body shots, he was getting outboxed. White House Suite. Just give me a second. You know what I mean? I'm at work. Thank you. How you doing, sweetie? All right, doing better now, since you asked. Thank you. 3 more. Muchas. Thank you. See you way. Hey, but as far as the low blow, man, listen, man. I'm sorry, man, but Amir Khan, he won that. That's crazy, man. Amir Khan, with all that heart, he was finding a way out, but it's what Terence Crawford did to him mentally. But Terence Crawford didn't even really throw a low blow. I know it was low when it landed, but the only reason that shot landed low is because Amir Khan, he pushed his head down. So, he was throwing a body shot. It was going to land to the body. But because Amir Khan pushed his head down, it automatically, obviously, that's why it landed low. Because Amir Khan caused that to happen by pushing his head low. So you can't even fault Terence Crawford for throwing a low blow because it was intended to land to the body. And it was going to land to the body if Amir Khan didn't push his head down. You know what I mean? So, and I felt like it hurt him because it was low, but if he would have took that 5 minutes, he should have recovered. I remember Floyd Mayweather when he fought Zab Judah. Zab Judah was just trying to get a break because Floyd was beating the hell out of him. So he threw a low blow, and you could tell his trainer told him to throw a low blow if he's in that situation. And he really landed, that punch really landed low. And no question about it. I mean, Floyd took it flush on the nuts, but they got them cups where it protects you, so it's not going to be as bad. But Floyd was hurt, and Floyd still fought on and won the later round. So if Floyd could do that, I know Amir Khan can, like, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, of course, Floyd was winning, and, you know, Floyd got a different mindset than Amir Khan, so can't even compare them two. But, man, damn. Dante, man, you get a lot of love, but a lot of hate. I don't know how they out here, you know what I'm saying, so retracted your comment out here. How y'all gonna report my guy, man? That's crazy. I don't even know how to work this live. Yeah, I agree, Town. I mean, he was just looking for an easy way out, so it don't be on War Star. How you doing, sir?
Special select red 100 and 2 Newport 100.
100. It'd be 21.71. Thank you. Which one?
38.
38. Thank you.
Thank
Yeah. Sasa, Brooke will say that now, obviously, because. Okay. Doing okay? I'm doing better now. All right. Yeah, you just insert your card.
30, please.
Oh, 30. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah,
I'm sorry.
that's okay.
All right, go ahead. Thank you, honey. Take care. But yeah, Brooke will say that because, you know, he at the point where it don't matter now. Like, I mean, he take another L, it's all right. But it's a good fight, though, you know. I mean, I feel like Brooke would give Amir Khan, Terence Crawford a good fight. A better fight than Amir Khan did because he got a better chin. He's solid. He got good timing. He's big for a welterweight. But it's funny to me how they took credit away from Errol Spence, because a lot of people kept saying, oh, well, he's not a welterweight. You know, he was big for the weight. He had trouble making weight, when it was Errol Spence body shots that took his soul away, and he stopped him. And he's broke his other eye socket with his jab and shit. But now, all of a sudden, what's his name? Brooke, he can make the weight again. I mean, come on, man. Didn't you say you too big for the weight? I mean, how is it 2 years later, you're still talking about fighting at welterweight? Like, you're still talking about you could make the weight. How about you fight the elites at 154? He could have got a title shot versus Hurd, but I mean, he didn't want that fight. So, I mean, you could tell, you know, he wants a huge payday, and he sees that as a huge payday, but he's going to be a huge ass whooping too. That just comes with the territory. But, you know, at the end of the day, I don't see nobody giving Terence Crawford no problem. And, you know, shout out to Shakur Stevenson too, man. He did his thing. That's that future pound-for-pound fighter right there. And it's, hey, give credit to Dante for discovering that man. You know, he discovered him early. And from day one, I saw pound-for-pound potential in that kid. I mean, I remember when I first saw Terence Crawford, I told people he going to be top 3 pound-for-pound in the future. And that's what he turned out to be. And, you know, what's crazy, Shakur Stevenson, I mean, you know, people told me it was too early to step up, but I knew he was good for it. I mean, he got the timing and the intelligence and the calmness of a fighter that's 30 years old. I mean, he looked like he was a veteran in the ring. Stop playing with me. Man, Southside, bro, I don't want to see. I, I don't want to see that fight, man. To be honest, Khan versus Brook is a horrible fight at this point. I mean, if Brook goes in there versus Terence Crawford and he get his ass whooped too, like worse than Khan did or just like Khan did, then why not? They both receiving ass whoopings, so let's see it. But I just feel like, that fight, man, don't even matter. I feel like in the UK it probably matters, but here, nobody care about that fight because, I mean, I feel like we know the outcome and it just doesn't have no taste to it no more. I mean, they didn't took the taste out of our mouths because they keep losing. So there's no point to see that fight at this point, to be honest with y'all. But hey, I mean, I still watch it, but I ain't paying for no money to watch that fight. And like, if I got something to do, I mean, I'm obviously doing that because that fight don't interest me like that at this point. But I mean, Danny Garcia could fight. See, Crawford ain't gonna fight Errol Spence next because obviously Errol Spence is about to fight Sean Porter and is almost done. And but at the end of the day, Terence Crawford could fight Danny Garcia if Danny Garcia actually steps up. And because Danny said he will fight Terence Crawford if the money is right, but I don't know what that means. Like, what if he wants what if he's expecting 10 million out the gate just to go in there, step in with Terence Crawford? And he looked great last night, but Terence Crawford is all wrong for Danny Garcia, and I won't be surprised. Danny Garcia got a granite chin, but I won't be surprised if Terence Crawford even stop him, to be honest with you. How great he been looking lately and how hard he been hitting, but Danny definitely got a great chin, so he could go 12, but he will get outboxed like crazy. But Crawford, he got options. He got Brook, and you got Danny Garcia if Danny Garcia willing to step up, but that's by the only two, to be honest with y'all, that will keep him, relevant. But what's crazy? Crawford asking for all the smoke. He asking for Errol Spence. Nobody wants to Errol Spence except Crawford. And it's different when you won the fight and you feel like you could win. I mean, obviously guys now want to fight Errol Spence like Sean Porter because he feels the pressure, and also it's a huge payday. It's the biggest payday you can get. So fighting anybody, so obviously they're gonna step in. It's that Floyd Mayweather effect. They didn't want to fight Floyd. If Floyd was a fighter at 147, that like let's say he was a champion, but he was in like a pound for pound, a pay-per-view star, nobody would have got in there with Floyd Mayweather. Nobody. But because he was worth the risk, because it's a payday and excuse even if you lose, as long as you just perform. I mean, why not? But like I said, with Errol Spence, it's gonna be an ass whooping. He's gonna take your soul out for that money you're gonna earn. But at the end of the day, it's worth it to get in with him. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, no, I'm good. Thank you. But with Crawford, he the only fighter that want to get in with Errol Spence that genuinely feels that he can win the fight. That's why it's so interesting, because both fighters is a 50-50 fight all around the board. That's our Hagler Hearn, Leonard Hearn, all that. You know what I mean? Like that's the fight of our era. Pacquiao, Floyd, and they both in their prime, and they both I mean, Crawford is about to be a real welterweight soon. I mean, he looked good for that weight, to be honest with y'all. I mean, Errol Spence is still the bigger man, but at the end of the day, Crawford is a legit fighter at 147, and I just don't see, like I said, nobody at welterweight giving them problems. I mean, not even winning, not giving them problems. I mean, I see Errol Spence and Crawford outboxing Danny Garcia, possibly stopping him. Thurman definitely getting stopped by Errol Spence the way he goes to the body. Thurman keep throwing shade on Crawford, talking about prove yourself, prove yourself, prove yourself. Prove what? He pound for pound number one. What does he got to prove to you? Thurman, you need to prove yourself and step in there with him. You keep talking about, oh, he not a real welterweight. Well, get in there with a light welterweight. How about that? How about you get in there with a light welterweight? Because as soon as Danny Garcia stepped into 147, Keith Thurman was the first guy that said, oh, you know what? I'll welcome him to the welterweight division. We different. We cut different. We from a different cloth. But guess what? The only two fighters that's cut from a different cloth are Terence Crawford and Errol Spence, because that's the only two fighters that's willing to fight anybody. Because Keith Thurman is all talk. I mean, he keeps saying, "Don't duck me, son," and that's exactly what he turned out to be. The man who started ducking the top fighters, because you keep talking and shading Crawford, but you won't get in there with him. How about you expose Crawford? That will make you pound for pound number one. You kept talking about you want to be and you want to submit your legacy at 147. I promise you, if you beat Crawford and Errol Spence, you'll become a legend. I promise you that. Just get in there with him. But obviously, he don't want that smoke, huh? Black Jesus. I mean, I don't know. Errol Spence gonna be like, he got something to say about that. Omaha, yeah, he got something to say about what you just said. But yeah, I agree with you. He the pound for pound number one at this point. So, but I feel like Errol Spence the best 147 pounder because of his resume at 147. He beat Kell Brook, who technically was the best fighter at 147 at the time. And, Brook beat Sean Porter, and Sean Porter beat Danny Garcia. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I just feel like, both of them guys is one of them guys. They got to fight it out. How you doing, sir? Mike. Errol too basic for Crawford. I don't know about all that, man. A basic fighter ain't going to be running through everybody like the way he did. He sure ain't basic the way he beat Mikey. That's what make that fight so impressive. I mean, how you doing? Short?
Yes, sir.
Thanks, sir.
Have a good day, man.
You too. Look, man. I mean, people gotta understand. Just because Errol is not flashy, don't mean he basic. Basic my ass. That dude is a beast in there. See, that's the thing. He fundamentally so sound on top of his timing and skill level. It just makes him a beast. I mean, see, that's the funny part. Errol Spence stepped in there with Mikey, right? People kept saying Mikey too small, but he the better boxer. So guess what guess what he did? He was like, you know what? I'm gonna outbox this kid just to prove my point before I bully him later. And that's what made the win impressive, right? Terence Crawford, people kept saying, oh, he gonna get outboxed early, but then he gonna knock out Crawford late. But guess what? He was like, nah, son, I'm going there and prove a point too. He outboxed Amir Khan in an orthodox stand. And both guys had equally big wins because of their performance and how they performed. They won how they should have, how people said they wouldn't win. Errol Spence outboxed Mikey Garcia in the early rounds before he took his soul out in the later rounds. Crawford outboxed Amir Khan before he started bullying him around the ring later on in the fight. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, you got to give credit to both fighters because they looked equally impressive in my opinion. And that's why, man, I can't wait for that fight, man. I should take my $100. I don't give a damn. Just make that fight happen. Hassan Yemen. Facts, champ. Yeah, man, our boy took an L, but it is what it is. Black Jesus. Yeah, see, that's the crazy part. Black Jesus. I mean, I see your point, but I was impressed by how Errol Spence outboxed Mikey Garcia too, because Mikey got a great timing, man. And the way he made Mikey look amateur in the ring, I mean, I don't know. They're both great fighters. We got to see it, man. It got to happen because, Crawford definitely can't stand in there in the pocket with Errol Spence because Errol's just, his body shots and the way he throws combinations is too much. But at the end of the day, even in the outside, he got a chance because Errol Spence got that amateur pedigree. He went to the Olympics, and you can see why. And they both southpaws, and they both hit hard, got fast hand. I would say Errol Spence hit harder than Crawford at 147, but Terence Crawford also, like he said about Mikey, he was like, I ain't slow. What he meant by his hand speed, because Mikey, man, he look like he be throwing punches in slow motion. Let me stop playing, because he's 39 and 0. What's up, man? Which one, these?
And then can I get a pack of the sweet of 180?
Sweet. Gotcha. Man, look, I'm going to say this. Khan was about to get stopped and he was about to get brutally knocked out. So that's why Virgil Hunter knew what's up. You got to keep it in there, fam. You got to keep it in there the whole time. But see, Crawford, I thought honestly he was going to come out in orthodox stand and walk down Amir Khan, because as we see in the past, Amir Khan doesn't fight well off the back foot, but he knew what's up. I mean, he still outboxed him regardless. Showed that he the better boxer. You don't even have to go to plan B. Huh? Mythal Black, short, right?
Yes, sir.
Man, this pollen killing me, man. Alhamdulillah. You ain't gonna give me no hard time today.
No, sir. I ain't missing today.
You ain't messing with me.
I think you better learn something.
Come on, man. You know I'm an expert with this shit.
You what?
I'm an expert with this shit. Shit.
You know I'm going to get some squat, though.
It's all right. All right, fam.
They get a carton out of them book short.
Carton?
Ain't no bad.
No bad. Got you. Damn. Carton. I hope Carton, huh?
Yeah, move along, though.
Got you. Thanks, sir.
All right, thank you. You have a good day.
All right, you too. Hassan, what state are you at? I'm at North Carolina. I'm originally from Brooklyn, but I mean, my dad moved down here, man, because he ain't like that fast life no more, man. You gotta move fast. So my dad was getting old, you know what I mean? But like I said, I thought Crawford was gonna walk. Where you from, though? I be seeing you a lot, man. I think you from New York. But what's his name? Crawford, I thought he was actually gonna go and try to pressure like Algieri did. Algieri didn't have a lot of power, and he didn't show that he an inside fighter. But when he fought Khan, he was like, fuck this shit, I ain't boxing this dude. I'm gonna go in there and try to bully him. And it worked, you know what I mean? It was a close fight, but I thought with Crawford's skill level, and he could fight in the inside as well, and he could fight multiple ways, I thought he was about to go in there and pressure Khan, but nah, he went in there and outboxed Khan, then pressured him late. Kind of like Errol Spence did with Mikey Garcia. He had similar game plan, and he stayed in the orthodox stand because it's smart by him, because Crawford, Amir Khan does well versus southpaws, and they call him the southpaw killer, kind of like they call Kell Brook, but Crawford proved the point later on the fight when he turned southpaw, like, yo, I could beat you southpaw too, after he psyched him mentally, you know what I mean? He already was beating him orthodox, so he's like, I'm gonna switch on you. And he got hit a couple times, let's not pretend like, he didn't even get hit, but if you're gonna swim, you're gonna get wet. If you're gonna box, you're gonna get hit, you know what I mean? That's boxing, and with Amir Khan's speed, obviously that's gonna happen. But Amir Khan, man, the way he was jumping in there with his footwork, man, he should have known better. He should have known not to do that versus Crawford, cause especially with Crawford timing, you know, he was waiting till whenever Amir Khan stops moving, and he knows he's about to let his shots go, and he timed them every time, you know. Harlem, okay. Alabama, huh? Yeah, I was born in New York, you know, went to Yemen for a little bit, then came back, lived in New York for a little bit, and then same shit, man. My dad getting old for that. We moved out here, man. I swear to God, man. When I first came to the city, you know, it's not as bad now because we moved to Raleigh, but when we was at Wilson at first, man, it was, I thought a hurricane came and hit the place because that shit was so dead. I'm like, man, where the people at? But I mean, you know what I'm saying? It was good chatting with y'all. Shout out to everybody. Salute to the chat. And, you know, after 2 weeks, I'm going to post more videos. I'm going to be more consistent on YouTube. And, you know, y'all going to see me on Dante Boxing Nation more often. I'm going to be dropping hella videos on his channel and on my channel too. But like I said, I got exams. You know, your boy just got engaged. You know what I mean? Hey, Hassan, you welcome to my wedding, bruh. And Dante too, but he out here in Japan.